What up, everybody? Joe White here from Pillar to Post. Please be reminded that if you're under 13, click off this video now. This video is not meant for you, as we have the TVMA deal. LS. Language and sex. Oh, man. Seriously, if you're a little kid and you came here to learn about video games, go ask your dad. If he was born in the late 80s, he knows all about the video games. Or I'll just say this, 86 or below, he knows all about the video games. Oh, man. We're here. As you can see on your screen, those are the topics we're going to be discussing today. As I take a drink of sweet tea, I got this cup for Christmas. It's like a 24-ounce cup, I believe. Yeah. No, 24-ounce cup. And it's got one of those shaker balls in it for like the juice heads to use with the protein drinks. I instead use it to like mix tea and lemonade together. Oh, man. But anyway, we're going to talk about the Final Fantasy VII Remake leaks and why everybody on YouTube is just so crazy about it. Everyone on the internet in general is going crazy over it. We're going to talk about the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series, and there's a rumor that we're going to, this rumor has been out there. Well, never mind. We're going to talk about the Switch. And then we're going to talk about Breath of the Wild 2 and my holy shit theory that's out there. I put it out on Twitter about a week and a half, but it's been a couple weeks. And I hashtagged it with, Legend of Zelda or, BOTW2 and hashtag Zelda and all this stuff. And Zelda Twitter pages immediately picked it up, and one person retweeted it and is like, oh my God, how did we miss this? So we're going to talk about it here. If you like this video and if you like this channel, we got lots more to offer you. There's a complete Let's Play series of Grand Theft Auto 5, which I will talk about in this video. Because I'm also, when it comes to video games, I'm going to have some holy shit ideas for 2020 that probably are not going to come true. But we'll talk about them. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of those holy shit theories. Let's see, and if you like this, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, be sure to hit the bell icon. You'll be notified every time we upload a video or go live here on the channel. Check out also Blading for Truth. If you just type in Blading for Truth on the search thing, it's going to take you to Jeff Edwards' channel. And Jeff Edwards does an amazing job over at Blading for Truth. He recently did a couple videos about Star Wars, and he's really good at going over the movie scene. I really hope to get him here on the podcast here on my channel here pretty soon. I wanted to do this video with him, honestly. And I may still reach out to him. Jeff, if you're listening, I'd love to still do a podcast with you about this. But Jeff knew I was making this video ahead of time. And I'm hoping to reach out to a couple more people, get a couple interviews here. Friend of the show, Lavi Margolin, is just announced the other day on Twitter that he's writing a new book. He's co-authors of a new book about it's about video games, I believe. Go check out Lavi Margolin on Twitter, and you'll find out all about that. Let's get right into this, folks. Oh my God, wrong one. Oh man, I'm still getting used to the Streamlabs OBS and everything, and how it works. But let's talk about this Final Fantasy VII Remake, shall we? People were expecting this remake to drop on New Year's, and everybody was expecting January 1st. Bam. Well, here in North America, we probably should have, when we woke up that day, by 10 o'clock, we knew we weren't going to get a remake, because the first place that this is going to drop is Japan. You know that. It's the first place it's going to drop is Japan. And that's kind of crazy to me, because People should have realized we're not getting this. We're not getting it. We weren't getting it New Year's Day, folks. We're not getting it New Year's Day. But then again, some people who have PS4 dev kits and some people who have hacked into their PS4s, unlocked them and modded them, I'll be the first to admit, I never will forget, it was 1998, the beginning or Christmas of 1997, I got my first PlayStation, and immediately my uncle had the mod chip waiting because my cousin, his son, my cousin, shout out to you, Jacob. He had a PlayStation where you play burnt discs. You could take the original game, stick it in the burner of your computer, run a program. It would burn the game off the disc onto the hard drive. You stick a blank CD in, bam, the game's on this CD, and you could put a chip inside your PlayStation 1 that would mod it for you. Now, once they came out with the PS Slim, like the very, very little bitty one, you couldn't do that no more. Or at least, I didn't fool with it. Because my original PlayStation, the big one, lasted me for years. But I admit it. I've pirated games before. But now I don't. I haven't pirated a game since the PS1. I don't believe in it now. But folks, of course, they hack and they smash and they break into things, and this is why, one bad apple. I think that's what I'm going to call the name of this show. One bad apple. Because now, with these leaks coming out, New Year's Day we didn't get it. And then a couple days later, or I believe it was New Year's Day. It's been a while. It was last week. I know that much. They hacked into the PlayStation Store and downloaded the demo and started playing it. And then, of course, we can't resist ourselves these days. We got to put it up on YouTube. So one idiot put it up on YouTube. You can't help yourselves, can you, folks? And then the very same day, or maybe the next day, I want to say it was the same day, that evening. Whoop. That's not enough. Us playing it. No. Sorry, folks. That spiked way up. No, we can't. We can't just illegally download the demo, and we can't just illegally play the demo, and we just can't illegally put the damn demo or put the damn video of us on YouTube playing the damn demo. I'll rephrase that. We can't just illegally upload to YouTube us playing the illegally downloaded demo. We can't do that. We got to go take it a step further. We got to get the real uber nerds in on this. We got to data mine it. We got to comb through the files of this demo. Because we can't be surprised by anything, and we'll think that the internet is going to give us a shiny gold medal and a attaboy if we data mine the demo. And I'll admit it, I looked at the stuff, I looked at the pictures, I looked at the videos. Because once it's out there, you can't, you could say you avoid it or I'm going to stay off the internet or whatever. But truth be told, I have some thoughts on the whole leaked pictures. Excuse me, everything. I have some theories on all this. Even the Tokyo Game Show trailer I have thoughts on. You're not going to see any footage on my channel. You're not going to see any leaked images on my channel. But we're going to talk about it. Sorry. I can't get enough to drink today. It's the diabetes. Anyway. So if you don't want to be spoiled or whatever, just click off, fast forward, do whatever you got to do. Because I'm going to spend a little bit of time here talking about this demo. And about these pictures. And about the consequences. You know, this isn't, you know, and I got to be honest here, folks. I could sit there and say, yeah, you illegally downloaded the illegal demo. You illegally played the illegally downloaded demo. Then you illegally playing the illegally downloaded demo to YouTube. And I could blame the hackers and the smackers, or whatever you want to call them, the data miners. Reminds me of the end of The Incredibles. I'm the underminer. I'm the data miner, you know. But there's really... Square Enix and PlayStation only have themselves to blame here. When it all comes down to brass tacks. Because if... You know, we found out about a month ago that the goddamn demo was coming. People discovered the placeholder for it and the images for it on the goddamn PlayStation Store. So it was there. We knew it was coming. Could have just left well enough alone right there, but no, we're the data miners. That's what the show will be, the data miners. Cue the X-Files theme. It's the data miners. But anyway, the data miners really aren't the problem. It's Square and Sony. Because Sony has pretty shitty security, as it is. I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but I'll admit it. I'm PlayStation and Nintendo till I die. I will never own an Xbox product. My son has Xbox One because, you know, my stepsons do. They share it. And that's them. You know, I'm sorry. I'm PlayStation till I die. But Sony, they didn't learn anything from the damn great PSN hack. They haven't learned anything from the overall Sony hack that Sony had to go through years ago. And they still haven't learned from the Kingdom Hearts 3 thing. That's another thing. Kingdom Hearts 3 received the exact same data miner treatment a year ago. Not even a year ago. Sorry, folks. If you hear me sniffle, I have a runny nose today. Today's my birthday, too. While I'm uploading this. Happy birthday to me. Anyway. 35. Oof. But, so yeah, Sony's learned nothing. Square has learned nothing. So this comes as no surprise that this happened. What should have happened, and I understand why they did it. Let's get it up there. Let's get it uploaded. Let's put the placeholder in there for it. Hell, let's even upload the demo and put it behind a wall, a secured wall, to where when the time comes that we feel like releasing this thing, all we got to do is flip a switch. I get it, and it makes good sense. But the fact that you have, you know, and it's not like you don't know these data miners are out there. You know they're out there. You know they've hacked your fucking equipment. You know they've hacked their fucking PlayStations. But you can't seem to, you know, put it, you know, bulletproof. And I know nothing on the internet's bulletproof, but you know what I'm saying here, folks. They should have had better security. They should have people watching this thing 24/7 to make sure nobody's tapping into it. But they didn't. And people did. Now we got the demo. Let's talk about this demo. Or let's talk about people's reaction to the demo. A lot of YouTubers out there, there's too many of them to name, have put out videos going, why I will avoid these leaks and why I will not talk about this leaks on my channel. First of all, you saying that you're not going to talk about them does nothing but draw attention to them. You're talking about it. By saying I'm not going to talk about it, that's talking about it. Don't mention it at all. Don't mention it. And if people bring it up in your comments, just say, no comment. No comment. I will not contribute to that delinquency. Nothing. But no, we got to go on the videos because we got to get views. I'm not talking about this. One guy, I can't remember which one, it made me laugh so fucking hard. One guy goes, I will not talk about these demos. I will not, you're banging his hand on the desk. I will not talk about these leaks. I will not talk about these demos. I will not talk about this because I don't want to be spoiled. I have watched it, but I'm not going to spoil it for you, my audience. That's what these people do. Or that's not even the right voice. It's, yo, dude, I'm not going to, we got the Final Fantasy 7 leaks, yo, bro. But I'm not going to talk about them, yo, bro. Because I don't want to spoil you guys. Hammer that like button if you don't like being spoiled too, dude. No. But one of them, and I can't remember who it was, goes, I am not going to talk about these leaks. I don't want to do them justice. And then he proceeds to detail the damn bombing run in these demos. He goes, I'm not going to talk about it or show it on this channel, but here's what. And then he goes into at least a 30-minute diatribe on what he liked about. I'm going to tell you what I liked about it. And then while he's telling you, and I'm sure he didn't realize this until after the fact because, not even the damn video has got to be still up there. He then proceeds to tell you step by step how the demo goes. Step by step what happens in this demo. And it's like, dude, you just said 30 minutes prior to your little diatribe that you are not going to talk about it. And then he talks about it. And then you got GameSpot coming out yesterday with an article talking about how the demo's not going to go up until March 3rd when the game uploads. Demos are a try before you buy type deal. You'd think you'd want them to try it before, well before the release date. Idiots. They've sent back that information, by the way. GameSpot has. So even the so-called access media is getting this wrong. They're getting it all wrong. And even the YouTubers are getting it wrong. You fucking idiots. You talk about how you will not support the illegal download of the illegal demo and the illegal uploading of the illegal playing of the illegal demo. Then you go talk about it on your channel. Or you go, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to bring it up. Dude, that's talking about it. That's acknowledging that it's out there. You're just as much part of the problem. And me doing this video about you idiots and about the demo, it's part of the problem. I'll admit it. I'm the first one to say, hey, those in glass houses, but hey, throw a stone at me. Shatter my windows because it's out there. You can't really avoid it. Unless you're going to completely disappear from your computer and phone. Hell, I watched it a bunch of times. It's fucking brilliant. In all reality, and I'm not saying that this brings a justice or a reasoning, if you will, to what these illegal people are doing, downloading the illegal demo and then illegally playing the illegal demo. But the Tokyo Game Show trailer that they did late last year spoils more than these leaks do. In my opinion, they do. They spoiled the leaked demo people. The data miners spoiled the ending. There's a new boss. Guys, that could be concept art that never makes it into the game. The ending is out there. No, it's not. No, it's not. The complete weapon list is out there. Maybe. I haven't seen it. I don't know where people are pulling this from. So I don't know. It's my kid yells in the background. But I got to tell you, folks, this right here does not spoil anything for me. And these pictures of Cloud in a dress. It spoiled it. It spoiled the scene. Guys, it's Cloud in a fucking dress. Anybody could Photoshop that. I'm not saying the image out there is Photoshopped. They spoiled Red 13. How the fuck did you think Red 13 was going to look? Go look at Advent Children. That's Red 13. That's their image of Red 13. That's pretty much what we're getting. Come on. Come on. They spoiled things. To me, the Tokyo Game Show, that whole damn thing is a spoiler as to how the game looks and what's going on. Hell, I thought they would have saved Don Corneo for the fucking main game. No, we get, hey, come over here, give daddy some sugar. You know? They even, the last 5 to 10 seconds, I believe it's 10 seconds, of that damn Tokyo Game Show trailer is them looking at the destruction that when the plate fell. It's fucking amazing, don't get me wrong. But that right there is the ending, or near the ending. That's right. I mean, that's got to be right before they start heading towards Shinra. So don't tell me, they spoiled it all. They didn't spoil it all. I guarantee you that, you know, and here's my next point to this. I like the demo. I like the way this game is shaping up. People are always bitching about the fighting style. I don't like that Final Fantasy's doing this. Guys, Kingdom Hearts was the first one to fucking do it, and they haven't done a game that's turn-based since. They're not going to ever go back to that enemies on one side of the screen, you know, heroes on the other, push the button for attack, and maybe it goes over to attacks and then goes back. You're never going to... That's why they've remastered 7, 8, and 9. I wouldn't... You know, they did remaster of 10. Just to please you ATB fuckwads. Hell, even 10 wasn't ABT. It was true turn-based, which I love 10. 10's my favorite and always will be. Because of that. It's actual strategy-based. Not wait for the meter to fill up. You knew when your turn was coming. You know when the enemy's turn was coming. Based on the enemy, you could probably tell what they're going to do next based on their attack patterns. If you're good enough and played the game enough. So, this bit of, it's Devil May Cry hack and slash. What did you expect? What did you expect? Did you expect them to, you know, go float down to a battle screen with enemies on one side and heroes on the other? If that's what you wanted, get the fuck out of here. Go play the original one. They'll give you that all day long. So, the demo looks great. It's a complete bombing run. There's details in there that, you know, again, spoiler alert. Joe's going to do the one thing he just called out other YouTubers for saying that they weren't going to do. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to talk about the spoilers for the demo. We all knew what the demo was going to be anyway. They pretty much showed us the demo at E3 last year. It's the bombing run. It's the opening bombing mission of the game. Hell, to me, that's too much for a demo. But why not, you know? So the demo really looks great. I like the voice acting. Jesse is just... I don't like the way Jesse's running animation looks. But then again, you got to remember it's a JRPG, and that's how they think women run. So, they think they run on their tiptoes. Or it's that Japanese female ninja way of running. You either run like... Women either run like a sissy or they run like on their tippy toes like a sneaking ninja. Like Shinobi. For some reason, that's how Japan thinks women run. I don't know. But I like Jesse's voice. The only one that really annoyed me was Wedge. Why does the fat guy in video games have to act so... How do I put this without offending people? Off? Weird? Gay, for lack of a better term? I'm sorry, I know that's going to offend people, but he acts gay. You know? I thought Jimmy from Grand Theft Auto 5, acts... Why is it about games where the fat guy has to act kind of queer? Not that that's a bad thing, again, I feel like I have to cover myself in 2019. If gay's your way, that's okay. But why is it every fat kid in every video game has to act like that? They have to act totally queer and weird. Not that being queer is weird, but you get what I'm saying, folks. Every fat kid has to act like a oaf, who's infatuated with the main character, like as a total fanboy. I guarantee you, when they get back to the Seventh Heaven bar, they're going to show this fat fuck eating something. And I know Wedge was a fat kid in the first one, but I guarantee you they're going to stereotype up to 11. The first thing he's going to do when they get back to that bar after the bombing mission is eat. I guarantee you that's what happens. So Wedge is not my favorite character. Biggs, his voice does not match, He looks like an Asian guy, but he talks like he's fucking Dolph Lundgren or like, big macho guy. It doesn't match. His voice doesn't match his look. If that's a thing. I know people are going to be like, what the fuck do you mean? There's big muscle-bound guys who have fucking all types of voices. But to me, when I look at that character, I don't get that sense of that kind of voice from him. But these are minor nitpicks. Overall, man, the demo, 10 out of 10. You really have to, reach out like I'm doing here with the Biggs and Wedge thing. That's about as much reaching as I can do to even give these things some bad points. Because other than those 2 points, there's nothing here that's wrong. I mean, this demo, this probably is going to be, I'll say it, this is probably the only video game that I could see getting 10 out of 10s this year. This is, and you got, oh my God, I was looking at GameStop today because I traded in my copy of the last Jedi First Order Fallen Order today to put towards this remake because I'm getting the $80 collector's edition. And I'm getting the $80 with the steelbook, and yes, I know the deluxe digital deluxe version comes with the car buckle instead of the steelbook. I want the steelbook because it's fucking beautiful. This is the only game that I've ever said I have to get the deluxe edition. If I had the money, I would get the damn $300 toy figure thing. But yeah, I'm getting the deluxe edition. I want to see what those summons do. They showed Shiva in the game, and Ifrit in the game. I don't remember getting them within Midgar. Hell, I don't even really think you get your first summon. The first summon, because I'm playing through the game now, and the first summon I remember getting is the Chocobo Moog materia from the damn ranch. But anyway, the demo is fucking perfect. It's a really good. Barrett is fucking amazing. He's a smart ass. You almost hate Barrett in a way for the way he's treating Cloud in this demo. But then you remember that they're going to become good friends later. But let's talk about this here. This comes from the Express Mail. the home of the Daily and Sunday Express, express.co.uk, says final, and this was posted today. It was updated today too. It says Final Fantasy VII Remake update. Good and bad news ahead of the demo release date. Final Fantasy VII Remake fans have delivered good and bad news have been delivered good and bad news as they wait for information on the demo's release date. Rumbles on. Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of the most highly anticipated games on the horizon, and PS4 gamers are set to get a PS Store demo soon. That's another thing. People are bitching because it's a one-year exclusive. Guys, go back to the original teaser from 2015 at E3. They said coming first. That's right. Suck it, Xbox fanboys. We get it a year before you do. I ain't got no shame in saying that. And then they never have said that it's coming to Xbox. Could be PC first, then you could wait, it may never come to Xbox. I doubt it because Square's going to want to mooch this just like they have for the last 23 years. They're going to sit there and milk this for every goddamn dime they could get from it, and good on them because it looks beautiful. Whoever worked on this should be paid for their hard work. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of the most highly anticipated games on the horizon. PS4 gamers are set to get a PS Store demo soon. As leaked on Christmas Day, that's right, it was Christmas Day. It has emerged that a Final Fantasy VII Remake demo is set to be released on the official PlayStation Store. Not anymore, because the second it got freaking leaked out there, they yanked it. They yanked the placeholder, they yanked the demo, everything. Other leaks, which we won't go into detail here, have revealed what fans can expect from the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. The highly anticipated PS4 demo looks to cover the opening section of the game and seems similar to the one showcased at E3 and Gamescom last year. Despite the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo leaking, Square Enix are still yet to confirm the existence of the demo or when its release date is. The Japanese gaming giant has kept Schism, I can't read that. They've kept quiet about when the remake demo could launch on the PS4. In fact, the official Final Fantasy VII Remake page went quiet at the start of 2020 as rumors and leaks around the demo swirled. Until recently, the last time Final Fantasy VII Remake Twitter posted was the day before New Year's Eve. For over a week, there were no new posts from the Twitter page, with fans left wondering if the account was building up to an official announcement for the remake demo. This is just a fucking demo. That's how crazy this game is. People are losing their minds over a goddamn 1-hour demo. This week, however, has changed all that with the Final Fantasy VII Remake Twitter at last posting its first tweet of 2020. However, the bad news is that it has nothing to do with the upcoming demo. Instead, the account shared pictures of Shinra HQ alongside the message, Shinra Electric Power Company's headquarters in this towering 70-story skyscraper in the center of Midgar. This latest technology is on display here, and you can also find the offices of President Shinra and the directors #FF7R. Scores of fans responded to the tweet as they made it clear in the announcement they were hoping the account would have made instead. One fan replied, "Demo, please." Another one posted, "Demo." One added, "Release the demo." And another one wrote, "I thought this was a demo announcement." Remains to be seen when the Final Fantasy Remake demo will get released, but a January launch seems likely. That's because this month will mark the 22nd birthday of the original release on the PS1. Cloud's iconic adventure in Midgar was released in the Land of the Rising Sun on January 31st, 1997. Went on to get released in North America and Europe later that year. So it wouldn't be a surprise to see Square Enix release the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo this month to mark the upcoming anniversary. Wow. So, if they wanted to be complete pricks, Final Fantasy, Square Enix could say, guess what? You want to go in and illegally download our demo and illegally play the illegally downloaded demo and then illegally upload the illegally playing the illegally downloaded demo. We're not going to release a demo. We're not going to release the demo. Which there have been a lot of fans out there making that theory that they're not going to release one at all because of this. And you know what? I would not be surprised and I would not be offended. Because one bad apple spoils the bunch. And I would not be surprised because people, the data miners got up there and data mined the thing. I would not be surprised if then they said, all you fans hoping to play this in March, guess what? You're not going to play it till June. You know why? Because now we got to change shit around so that you guys are proven totally wrong. Now, we know Square Enix is not going to do that because March marks, I believe, the end of the first quarter. And they would love those first quarter numbers to take a major jump because of this game. So I'm guessing from a financial standpoint, look, people are going to buy the game. They could delay this game till 2025 and people would be pissed, but they're still going to buy it. Like Joey Styles in the old ECW said about Barely Legal. You've already got the pay-per-view ordered. You got your Barely Legal poster. You got your Barely Legal t-shirt, and you're going to sit down there and enjoy the pay-per-view. So there, you've already got the damn pre-order. You've already got the special edition pre-order. Some of you already got the damn bike and, all this shit. So there. Doesn't matter when it's coming out. You're going to play it. You're going to buy it. You're going to enjoy it. We're all going to jizz all over our controllers. The demo is just a demo. I could care less if I would love to play the demo, don't get me wrong. But it's not going to kill me if they don't. So let's move on. This week, PlayStation released their, let me back up further. During the Game Awards last year, the Xbox Series X was revealed. Then they go to CES, the Consumer Electronics Show last week, or this week actually, a couple days ago as I was recording. And there was a video put out by AMD because AMD is providing the processing chips to Sony and Microsoft for these two systems, PS5 and Xbox Series X, respectively. And they do like a 360 turn of the Xbox One, Xbox Series One, whatever it is, Xbox Series X. Why can't they just call it the Xbox Two? Jesus Christ. And then if they are going to release two of them, called the Xbox 2 and the Xbox 2 Pro, be done with it. Gives me a headache. People wonder why I'm not an Xbox fan. So they do this, AMD does this thing where they show a render of the Xbox Series X, and it spins around. We're going, holy shit, they showed the ports on the back of the system. They showed where the HDMI and USB and power cable and Ethernet cable are. Go in. And then we find out that that AMD pulled a whoopsie on everybody and said, no, we got those renders from another website. And the other website's going, yeah, and you didn't even pay us for that when you were supposed to. And then Xbox has to come in with damage control and go, AMD got it wrong. That's not what the back of the system looks like. Everybody chill out. Guys, we're probably never going to see the back of this thing until E3. And even then, we're lucky if we see the front of the goddamn thing. And then people want to laugh at Sony because all they did was unveil the PS5 logo, which I think PlayStation, here's what I think PlayStation's doing, guys. PlayStation is doing something that is interesting. And I believe, which channel was it? I want to give this guy props. I'll find him. Hold on, guys. Where is it? I want to find this guy's channel. I was just watching his videos. I watch his videos almost every day because he's awesome. MBG. There it is. MBG said it best. Sorry, folks. I had a little mishap with my audio. It wasn't recording anything, but MBG had it right. You know, he had it right in the sense of they're milking this for everything it's worth. And when something does come along, like in February, I don't think we'll even get it February. Well, you know what? We may get it February. Because I think in February, not only are we going to get the PlayStation, they're going to hold a big event. They're going to hold a huge... Here's one of my predictions for 2020. In March, they're going to hold a huge press conference or a huge state of play where they're going to tell you every spec of this thing from tip to tea kettle, from asshole to elbow, as they say. And when they do, it's going to be huge. It's going to be way more than what Xbox has given us. It's going to be way more than what it's going to be way more than what Xbox has given us. Yeah, we know about the controllers. Yeah, we know about the graphics. Yeah, we know about the speed. I don't give a shit about teraflops. Again, like MBG says, give us good games. It's all about the games. It's all about the games. I gotta try to get that guy on the channel for real. Maybe I'll reach out to him if there's a way to. Because here's a guy who used to be a huge fan of Xbox. If you go back and look on this guy's channel, MBG, you'll find nothing but Xbox stuff. And then slowly he found out that Xbox is just after your fucking money. As they all are, but Xbox probably more than the others. Hell, look at what Nintendo did today with the damn Pokemon Direct. My stepdaughter, she got so pissed when Bulbasaur was not in the new Pokemon Sword or Shield. But she's all happy and take my money now that they have it for the damn DLC. And I'm just like, golly. It really does work on these millennials. It works, So, MBG, good on you for fighting the good fight with me. And realizing that just a logo reveal, they're teasing us, man. They're just sitting there. We got our assholes open and pucker, wide open. And they're just sitting there with a eyedropper just dripping, Our mouth, or not our assholes, our mouths. Our mouths are open. Well, maybe some people, they're assholes if you're into that kind of thing. Their mouths are open and gaped open, and they're just sitting there with a eyedropper, just drop, and you're just like, please just squeeze the whole thing into my mouth. That's what she said. But anyway, Just give it all to us. And they're like, nope, you just get one drop at a time every couple of weeks. Here you go. And I like it. Xbox, they're like Minutemen. They just come out there and blow their load all in one shot at the Game Awards, really. Here it is. Here's what it looks like. Here's the game we're working on. PlayStation's just like, here's our logo, bitches. And then the logo goes on Instagram and gets the highest view count of any video game related thing in history, or like count. Sony's got us right where they want us, folks. You Xbox fanboys, you gotta admit that. As for the Nintendo Switch, I mentioned today that they did the Pokemon Direct, which I watched it, but I really don't get into Pokemon. I've never played a Pokemon game. I expected DLC, and then everybody's like people like Rollo on YouTube. Here's another one, the Muppet guy, Rollo. He's on his channel doing the damn reaction thing, and he's like, oh, it's paid DLC. Everybody's going to get pissed over this. Guys, it's the new age, and Nintendo's moving up with the times finally. Yes, the Switch is PS3 quality to people's PS4 base quality. Nintendo's always, since the GameCube, they've been a step behind the bar. They've been a step behind the ages. But slowly but surely, they're starting to move with the times. Which kind of ties in, to my next topic, which is Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. And here's my holy shit idea for Nintendo. You got these the two behemoths, Xbox and PlayStation. They're releasing their next console holiday 2020, November of this year. We're 10 months away. 10 months away. As you hear my kid in the background yelling at fucking Fortnite. He loves that Fortnite shit. I need to go tell him to quiet down, but anyway. But anyway, they God, that tea and lemonade's good. Sorry. So here's my holy shit idea for Nintendo. You got the big behemoths. We're 10 months away. They're gonna shoot these things out in early November, and you better pre-order it now. I don't know if GameStop and Walmart and everybody else online has SKUs for these or not. There's a rumor that there are SKUs for the Xbox. But I mean, I've already said my tax refund this year, $500 of my tax refund this year is set aside. PlayStation money. There you go. But my holy shit idea for Nintendo is this. I think, a word came out a couple days ago, oh, the Switch Pro is coming, which Switch Pro rumors have been around since they launched the Switch 2 years ago. Since they launched that Switch 2 years ago in 2017, people have been saying, oh, they're going to release an updated version that can handle more storage and handle better cartridges and blah, 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 and better screen resolution, blah, 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 blah. Well, we're finally going to get it. And I think that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to launch right alongside of it, holiday of this year. I could totally see that happening. Holiday 2020, Breath of the Wild 2. I'm going to tell you right now, Breath of the Wild 2 is definitely coming out holiday this year. If they're smart. If not now, if not the holidays, hell, wait till after the holidays. It released what, March? When did the Switch really get released here? Hold on. I should know. I stood there waiting for one. I was the third one in line to get one. on launch day, which I had pre-ordered it at E3 like in June of the following year. Or the previous year. Whenever they announced the Switch, I was at the damn GameStop that day. And they said, well, we're only getting about 30 of them. And I pre-ordered one. Let's look at it here. Nintendo Switch. March 3rd, 2017. Wow. Wow. How fitting is it that March 3rd, 2017, and here we are, 2020. March 3rd is going to be the release date of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So March 3rd. What if March 3rd next year, Breath of the Wild 2 launches alongside the Switch Pro? Wouldn't that be freaking mind-boggling, folks? Now, I've heard some websites saying, no, that's not going to happen. It's going to release in the middle of 2020. I think Nintendo would be fools to release it this year. Make people want it. Make people clamor for that shit, just like Sony's doing. And then, bam, Breath of the Wild 2. E3 this year, we get a trailer. And then they're going to say holiday, or March 3rd, 2021. Play it on your Switch Pro, also 2021. Because if you remember, there were only... And I remember this vividly, man, because I was kind of pissed off by it. There were only 2 launch titles, physical launch titles, for that Switch when it launched on March 3rd, 2017. Do you remember what they were? I'll give you a few minutes here to figure out what they were. They were 1-2 Switch and Breath of the Wild 2. So when the Switch Pro launches, I think you're going to get Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. It makes sense. March, let's see, what day, what's the first big week in March next year? March 3rd's on a Wednesday. They could do it that day. March 2nd is on a Tuesday. What day was it on 2017? See here, March 3rd was a Friday. Okay? So March 3rd was a Friday. So let's go ahead and look at 2021. So March 5th would be on a Friday. How about we do that? The first Wednesday, the tradition will continue. The first Friday in March is Switch Day, you know? We're going to get our Breath of the Wild 2. We're going to get our Switch Pro. Maybe a couple games alongside it. Yes, the Switch Pro is fully backwards compatible with all your already Switch games. We're not going to come out with Switch Pro exclusives. Breath of the Wild 2 could perfectly be played on the Switch, because let's face it, it was playable on the goddamn Wii U. Hell, there's still channels on YouTube that plays Breath of the Wild on their Wii U and stream it that way. There's people who prefer to play it on the Wii U. More power to them. But I think we're going to get Breath of the Wild 2. We're going to get our Switch Pro. We're going to get them in March of 2021. That's my prediction. E3 this year, we're going to get a launch trailer for both games. We'll get a more detailed trailer for Breath of the Wild 2. We'll get our announcement of the Switch Pro. They'll continue on with directs throughout the year. January will be the big direct in 2020 or 2021. That'll be the big Zelda Switch Pro Direct, where they'll give you all the ins and outs and bibs and bobs. But E3, pre-orders. Pre-orders are now active for the Switch Pro and Breath of the Wild 2. Speaking of huge directs and everything, getting back to PlayStation here, I don't know if I mentioned it or if it got cut off in the audio, so I'll say it again. I still think they're going to do a big direct or a big state of play later on this month. or in February, where they not only are we going to get the announcement of the PS5 and here's what it does and here's all our tech stuff, but we're also going to get the launch trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake. They'd be fools to not do that. They'd be fools. Oh, also coming to the PS5, Horizon Zero Dawn Part 2 is a launch title for the PS5. We're going to have PS5 VR games, which I don't get into VR that much. Oh yeah, the PS5 also is fully on backwards compatible. And while the PS5 controller may not have a light bar, PS4 peripherals are full on backwards compatible with the PS5. That's what I think is going to happen. So let's get into the Breath of the Wild 2 holy shit idea, because we're getting a 45 minutes for this video. My Breath of the Wild holy shit idea and theory is actually hinted at in Breath of the Wild 1. If you go here, see if I can make that image better without that black bar on the bottom. There we go. If you go to Princess Zelda's study and you see that book where it says examine, that is Princess Zelda's research notes. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages in length. So I'm looking also here at and also Robbie's memoirs, which are found at the Ancient Akala Tech Lab. And I'm trying to see here, because I haven't really visited this much. Okay, this really doesn't detail much. Okay. So the primary version, my holy crap idea, and I'm getting this off the Zeldapedia webpage, over off of, if you go to zelda.fandom.com/wiki, and just type in Zelda's research notes, look at the 6th page. Well, I'll read them all. I'll read this whole thing to you. Or I'll stop when I think we're getting to the big one here. It says, today I met with Impa of the Sheikah tribe and began my research into ancient technology in the earnest. Impa introduced me to Pura and Robbie, other respective members of her tribe. Tomorrow I embark on an excavation with them. We hope to find ancient tech with which to operate the guidance stones. Today and then the second page goes, today we uncovered ancient technology we believe have the power to control the guidance stone. It's a rectangular object, small enough to be held in 2 hands. Sheikah text is featured prominently on it and is made of an unknown material. So let's go ahead and hear, and they talk about the Sheikah slate and how they're able to do functionality. Page 5, we started training the champions who will pilot the divine beast. It may sound rude that I found this unexpected, but Mempha mastered the controls with surprising ease. Daruk struggled at first, but eventually got the hang of it. Urbosa and Rivali both managed just fine as well. And then the 6th one. This is the one, folks. And trust me, go to Hyrule Castle, go to her study, and look this up. And this is my holy shit moment. After seeing that Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, this is my holy shit moment. This is the moment where I'm like, oh my god, they've pulled a Batman Arkham Asylum / Arkham City on us. If you remember at the end of Arkham City, or Arkham Asylum, they did like 2 years after it came out, they did an update, and with this update, they put in an Easter egg where if you blow a wall open in the warden's office, you got to see his plans for Arkham City. This was maybe not so well hidden, but a lot of people looked over this. Even people like Commonwealth Realm and all these other Zelda dedicated YouTube pages and Nintendo dedicated YouTube pages have not mentioned this at all. And it's shocking to me. It says, 6th page, Princess Zelda's research notes, which are in her study in Hyrule Castle, in Breath of the Wild 1. Robbie has restored mobility to many of the Guardians we've excavated, but we still have yet to find all the Guardians. Records mention a greater number of them and even other types. They are said to be stored in 5 giant columns that rest beneath Hyrule Castle. The thing is, no matter how I search beneath the castle, I can't seem to locate these columns. They must be buried deep. Were they perhaps designed to sense the appearance of Calamity Ganon and to only activate upon his return? So we already know that Zelda is already searching beneath the castle. She's already been down there looking. As I take a sip of tea and lemonade here, bear with me. We already know she's down there looking. Or has been down there looking. And we all know that these pillars that she's looking for rose up out of the ground they rose up out of the ground before the calamity hit. People are saying they rose up when the calamity hit. No, they were there before. If you look at the memory that is right outside that door, in between Princess Zelda's bedroom and Princess Zelda's study, it's one of the memories in the game. And I'm not going to play it here because I don't want to have a copyright deal on my channel. But if you look at this, that memory, you can see members of the Sheikah tribe trying to control the Guardians, and you see those pillars already risen above the castle grounds. They're already there before the calamity hits. Before she goes to Mount Lanero, to the spring over there, and prays, and then the other memory about, they're all outside of Mount Lanero, and all of a sudden Ganon strikes. Before that happens, that other memory happened. It's the same memory where the King of Hyrule comes up to her and goes, "You'll have nothing more to do with all this technology. Your job is to try to unlock your power." And Link is there with the Master Sword bowing down to the king. The entire memory just about. And even at the end of the game, the towers turn back to a blue color instead of a pinkish color. And then you look at the trailer that they released for Breath of the Wild at the end of E3 2019 last year, at the end of that E3 Direct, where the body of Ganon is resting. You could see pillars coming down around him, and then you see the main thing in the center, like in the Shrine of Resurrection, but you see the malice shoot out of these pillars and shoot down into the hand or into Ganon. This is a main theory. I'm telling you guys, this has something to. I believe nothing's official. This is only a theory that I put out there. The thing is, no matter how I search beneath the castle, I can't seem to locate these columns. Were they designed to sense the appearance of Calamity Ganon and to only activate upon his return? I think that these pillars have greater meaning than that. I think these pillars are there to keep Ganon from rising up to power And when the calamity did hit, they rose up, and Ganon took them over. The malice took them over. Because then people are going, well, if you look at the trailer, there's no Sheikah technology. There's no towers, there's no shrines, there's no pillars around that castle when that castle takes off. And then we see a dungeon at the end of at the end of this thing. We see some sort of dungeon, some sort of cave-like thing with markings around it in this trailer. I think that this tower raising up, or this castle rising up, there's something below that castle that we're going to spend a lot of time in. Either whether it be a dungeon, whether it be a bigger shrine, whether it be the entire game itself being spent in there, which I doubt. And it's all alluded to in the Breath of the Wild 1, in Princess Zelda's research notes. I'll read it again. Robbie has restored mobility to many of the Guardians we've excavated, but we still have yet to find all the Guardians, because the Guardians are stored inside those pillars. Concept art for Breath of the Wild even shows the Guardians coming out of those pillars. It says records mention a greater number of them in even other types. We get those other types in the form of the Sky Scouts and the other Guardian Scouts that are in Hyrule Castle, plus the mini Guardian Scouts that are in the shrines. That's another thing. Mini Guardians, the miniature Guardians, are in the shrines. They were put there by the Sheikah. Ganon has nothing to do with those. Ganon, I don't think, corrupted those, because nobody was able to get in the shrines, including Ganon. They could only be unlocked by Link. Thing is, no matter how, she says, they're said to be stored in 5 giant columns that rest beneath Hyrule Castle. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to search here. I'm going to see if we can find an image of this. Of where... Alright, I can't find a picture of it, but I can find this. Take a look at this, guys. I'll see if I could save it and put it up here. Because this is real telling. Somebody really lightened up the image, and I thank them for doing, whoever did this. Let's move this. Let's see here. We can add that right there. I didn't think to check on this beforehand, but I'll do it here. And I'll see if I can take a look at that. Now, what does that look like? You know, I don't know if you can see my cursor here, but what is, you know, if you look to the side of Ganon, to the left of him, to the right underneath his hand, what do those look like? They look like the pillars that pop out of the ground for Hyrule Castle. And then we look at the little thing where this Ganon image is popping up out of, the shadow is popping up out of. That kind of looks like the Shrine of Resurrection type deal. And these pillars, I'm telling you guys, there's something with these pillars. There's something with these research notes. We need to dig into this, guys. If anybody else has any more information on it, post something telling us. It says, no matter how much I search beneath the castle, I can't seem to locate these columns. She's already been underneath the castle. That's why her and Link are venturing under the castle yet again. She thinks something is down there. She thinks something is down there. That's what's down there. Those pillars are designed to keep Ganon down there. Think about it, folks. Post in the comments. Let me know what you think of that theory, that idea. Anyway, folks, we're going to get off here for the night. Been going already for about an hour, almost. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about that Zelda Breath of the Wild theory. Let me know what you think about the PS5 and the Switch Pro rumors. Sorry, Xbox fanboys, you're never going to get the recognition from me. I'm sorry. My history with gaming is I had the first Nintendo and a Sega Genesis, and then I jumped right from Sega Genesis to the PlayStation. And I've been a PlayStation loyal fan ever since the PS1. And I'll always be a Nintendo fan. How can you not be a Nintendo fan? Except for this Direct today. The Pokemon Direct was just meh. We were all expecting a regular Direct, a Direct with a lot of information. And that's another thing, guys, about the Breath of the Wild. Everybody was like, Breath of the Wild 2 is coming to the Game Awards. It's the Game Awards. They're going to get... No. Go back to the end of E3 last year. It's now in development. We don't know how far in development it was, and people are like, well, all they had to use was the old textures and they already got the foundation. Maybe they are doing this from the ground up. Maybe they're doing it from the ground up. We don't know. You could say they're going to reuse the same stuff, the same engine, but look what they did with Majora's Mask. They reused a lot of stuff, but Termina looks nothing like Hyrule. In fact, I'm so glad that this sequel is taking place in Hyrule and that it is the true sequel. I can't remember there ever being a true sequel one after another, because Zelda and Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link take place in you know, they take place years apart, and they are not the same Hyrule. In fact, I'll go one step better and to say that that's why I didn't buy Link's Awakening. I don't like Zelda games that are not, based in Hyrule. I didn't like Majora's Mask. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I thought my microphone was going to tip over there, but it didn't. But let me know what you think about the Final Fantasy VII Remake leaks and about the illegal download of the illegal demo and the illegal playing of the illegal demo and the illegal uploading of the illegal playing of the illegal demo. Let me know what you think about the PS5 coming out and when you think... I think we're going to see a big state of play in February, and I think it's going to have that release trailer for Final Fantasy VII. Even if they don't talk about the PS5. We're going to get a release trailer then, and that's when you're going to hear about the demo. In fact, when's February 1st? Let me check this out here. February 1st is on a Saturday. I would not be surprised if on the 31st of January or the 3rd of February, they're not going to do... Well, hell, February 1st is a Saturday. It's a weekend. I would not be surprised if February 1st, we get our next state of play. We get our Final Fantasy VII release trailer. And we get our damn PlayStation 5 specs. E3... You're going to hear a lot more about the Xbox Series X and the PS4 or PS5, but Nintendo's going to be the one to win it. Nintendo's going to be the one to go, March of 2021. Breath of the Wild 2 launches alongside the Switch Pro. As for Xbox, who the hell knows what they got up their damn sleeve that's big. Kind of blown their load already, haven't they? Anyway, folks, leave a comment. You can find me on Twitter at Joe Pillar to Post. You've just been taken for Pillar to Post here as far as gaming goes. We'll see you down the road. God damn, that remake looks awesome.